What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 89 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and with me today is DivaXOXO
What it is, little dummies.
and our two partners. They're joining us today for today's topic. Diva, you know the topic better than I do because it is a lot of words that y'all just jumbled up, and I said, okay.
It's the main topic is dating people in anime. People who are involved in the anime community, such as us, watch it and actually podcast about it, go to cons. So we're going to talk about all of that and a little bit of spicy, like relationship stuff. We'll
I don't think it was that. Jordan's here to talk about fixers and all this other shit. I don't know if y'all want to talk about y'all spicy sex life and all the things y'all do.
That's not what she said.
She said spicy, and the way I interpret spicy is drama or sex. Yeah.
Well,
that's not what we're here to talk about.
I'm talking about sugar, spice, and everything nice.
We're talking about
maybe a little bit of chemical X.
We're talking about what it's like to date us.
Chaotic. Pot over. Great job, everybody. Introduce yourselves. Who wants to go first?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Chris. I am Benta's partner. I am very happy to be on the podcast for the first time.
There you are. Look at the camera. Gotta look at. You can play with it, but you can't look at it. You gotta look at the people.
It's crazy because some people are just gonna hear this and hear you can play with it. Just look at the people. What y'all over there doing? Hands above the table, damn it.
That's my fidget toy.
That's what you call it? That's what the kids call it now?
As you watch me place the fidget toy in their hand.
That's crazy. What I'm seeing right now is insane. For all of our listeners, it's disgusting. This is heinous.
It's not.
Get the police on her right now. She is now the Florida woman.
Whoa. I'm Jordan, Greg's wife.
That's it, nigga? Damn.
That's what I'm here for.
You know what? Only one of us has to be eccentric today, and it's me.
I have no intentions on doing this pod thing. I'm a guest. That's why I'm here.
Well, guessed it up. Mrs. They're going to want some more of me after this.
That's because I'm a great person.
Leave that in. Leave that part in.
I promise I am. I don't plan on taking anything out. But as per the pod usual, we talk about our weeks. We go through everything. So how was everybody's past, I guess, 2 weeks? Because we do it on a bi-weekly basis now. Diva usually start, but we could use the guest to start this time.
That's a long time ago. Somebody else go. I got to think about the past 2 weeks.
For the last 2 weeks, I have been kind of planning my birthday itinerary, and I'm still not done, and I've changed it like 3 times now, but I'm indecisive. But yes, my birthday is next week, so that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks of birthday planning. I can get behind that.
I'm stressed.
What we do last weekend?
I don't know. Field day?
We had field day.
All right. Is you going?
What we do on Saturday?
Nothing.
No, we did something. We went to dinner Saturday night. I'm not shouting them out because they don't sponsor y'all.
I don't use names here anyway.
Energy. I love that energy, though.
We went to a family reunion. That's last weekend. I have no idea what I did the weekend before that. And then work is cool.
Okay, so
Diva, show 'em how it's done. Go.
I got it. Alright, so last time we potted, I don't remember what I did 2 weeks ago. What the fuck did I do 2 weeks ago? I don't think I did shit.
Nah, I said that.
But but work has been a little rough. I'm managing a couple of projects, and I have to manage up, which I've never had to do before. I'm used to managing down, delegating tasks, helping people out, checking work. Never had to manage up, so this will be a new thing for me. But I did one of the projects I was really excited about. We got the client. It's this really dope condo deal. I got to design all the condos. They love my designs, so I'm really excited about that and like moving forward with it. Look at Greg. Over the weekend, oh shit, I get my whole headphone out.
Yeah,
sorry. Over the weekend, so Friday we were supposed to go to SeaWorld, but it rained. And that made me mad because I really wanted to go. But
SeaWorld already wet.
Huh?
Say it again. You said it once. Stand on that. 10 toes.
It's SeaWorld. It's already wet. What difference does it make if it's raining? The fish ain't going nowhere.
Maybe orcas don't like rain. You ever think of that?
You can't put them away.
You can, actually.
They live there.
They can go in their room like Dean.
Dean's room is glass or see-through, just like their room is glass.
Yeah,
we can still see you.
But he away.
But I can.
This
still
is dumb.
see you.
Continue your week.
Thank you. So we went to Hot Pot. I got a new volume of Tokyo Revengers. I got volume 1. So I'm gonna start.
You took my Full Metal Alchemist book.
I didn't take anything. I asked you if you wanted to buy it. You said no, so I bought it. So now it's on my shelf.
Hold up, time out, Greg. So if I'm being introduced to anime and it being new to me, shouldn't I get the book?
You'd have to buy it. If you go to the store and have the opportunity of purchasing it for yourself and adding it to your collection, then...
And then, hold on, because I know some of y'all in the comments like, that's your person. Don't say girl. That's your person. Why didn't you buy it for them? It could have been a gift. What did you get that day?
I don't even remember.
You see the gears turning.
It's crazy, right? Now they don't remember. They got a Groot Funko Pop before that.
Groot.
So they didn't get 2 gifts that day. They already had got a gift that day.
Groot. I am Groot. I remember.
So, then what did we do? Did something. Oh, I remember what I did 2 weeks ago. I was in fucking Chicago.
How do you forget that?
I don't know.
It's a legitimate, trip you took, bro.
I love the branding, by the way. So my best friend Cherise, shout out to her, graduated from nursing school. She has her master's in nursing now.
Big purr.
Every time you do that, a bit of my soul just dies off. I promise.
Believe it or not, I'm trying not to do it. Things just be so.
Let's see how much is left of me by the end of this podcast. I'll let you know.
Things just be so.
Right now, we're about 93%.
So, all of the friends got together. We went out to Chicago. We had a great time. The biggest complaint was I didn't get a lot of good food. It's not Chicago's fault. That's just the way the wheels turn. That's how things happen. I'm a little upset about that. I did get some Harold's. That chicken is fire, y'all. Like, fire.
I thought she was gonna say heroin.
Some heroin.
I thought y'all thought I was gonna say
I thought you were gonna say heroin.
I thought you were gonna say heroin. I was like, damn, you go to Chicago for heroin? It's crazy.
Yeah, got to link up with my crew. We all had a great time. She had a party, after party. We did all of those things, went out to eat. It was just nice to see my friends and celebrate my friends. I'm big on celebrating the people around me. So, yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Then on Saturday, I did Krista's hair and then started my hair. And after I finished all the hair, were you about to say it again?
No.
Is that why you covered your mouth? Oh.
No, that's not one.
We cut my hair.
Why aren't your hands above the table?
My hands are on my own thighs, bro.
I was about to burp.
That's
why I covered my mouth.
Then Sunday, I did my hair all day, and Chris decorated the house for Halloween because it's Halloween here.
Here, it's Halloween everywhere.
It's fall and not even.
I mean, y'all are early.
It's September 7th, so y'all can guess how early or late because
no,
AKA
early,
not Halloween.
Very early.
It is.
It's still pumpkin spice season. Like, we haven't even fully gotten the pumpkin spice in the cups yet.
We don't like pumpkin spice.
Nobody
It's not
does.
for you, obviously. It's for the majority.
You know what? They haven't even released pumpkins out yet.
They're
for
barely.
the 8.5 by
They're
11s.
barely majority still.
No, they're very much still the majority.
For now.
If
think
you
they make
count
up like
all the
48%.
minorities, then they not.
Not if they keep fucking a black guy to make their dads mad.
I told y'all, that's how we
Hey,
end
Chris,
racism.
Chris, that
if
right
10
there,
black
that's why
men,
we don't listen to the pod.
10
That's
black
why.
men impregnate No, one black man impregnates every 10 white women. You can end racism because there'll be so many mixed breed babies. What do you want to do? Hate your babies? I mean, you could, but I doubt it.
This is why we don't listen to the pod.
It's called Creative Solutions to Ending Racism and Creating Positive Race Relations. I could write a dissertation on this shit, I promise.
Well, it's true because doesn't Nick Cannon have like 12 kids?
See, he's for the cause. You feel
Some
me?
of them got the same mother.
Oh, I was saying because we're going to have a whole generation and everyone full of Nick Cannon's children and all their kids. And
See, now the only problem that comes with this is you got to be careful not to like fuck a cousin. But you know, beyond that,
it's crazy.
Some people. So. He's funny. And then on Monday, I finished my hair, and as a reward, I got to go to SeaWorld. So I went to SeaWorld to see the fireworks.
didn't you tell me that Shamu didn't want to come out?
That was the last time we went. They like the what are
orcas.
The orcas, killer whales were acting funky and they didn't want to do the tricks. So
Nigga, they wasn't acting funky. You get tired of working too. They work a 9 to 5 just like everyone else. Theirs is just performing.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work longer than 9 to
They
5.
work
My first
quite
show was
longer
like
than
at
9 to
10.
5.
And when is the last show?
8.
There you go. That okay? So they work 10s is what I'm hearing.
At the very least.
The very least.
But that's my point.
So we went to SeaWorld. I give SeaWorld's fireworks a 6 out of 10. Yeah, they weren't that great. But I got to see him finally. And I've been living here for how long? Was that? What was that?
She kicked the can. That's underneath of my No.
It's his trash can.
I have a trash can under my desk.
Oh, I need a trash can in here. Don't do that. Don't make that face.
I'm a snacker.
How was your week?
You're an eater.
Yes, I
Your
am.
last 2 weeks.
I regretted it the second I said it.
Yep, that's your fault,
So
not
am
mine.
I.
Welcome to the pod. So, for the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, I remember what I did on the weekend. Absolutely jack shit. Why? Because it was my first weekend in a while since I didn't have to work. It felt weird. It felt like a 3-day weekend. And then work was pretty lax. I was finishing up a job, so was just trying to get the fuck out of there and disappear. So since we're doing that, it's coming down. It's on the lax phases of everything. So just kind of cleaning up, making sure everything's done. And then once that was getting done, got to have a short week because we had Friday off. And I just got to enjoy it. We had a field day with my friends, our friends, on Friday. And I did lose. I was on a losing team. I've come to realize the importance of 2 things. 1, physically gifted women on your team, or athletically gifted women on your team. Example, if I put you in a kickball game, you're going to be going after the ball, you're going to catch it, and you're going to beam it at someone, right? Mm-hmm. In the kickball game we played, when it was dropped, people would be like, damn, I kind of dropped that. And I'm like, the play is still active. Please run for the ball. And you have people kind of, got it.
I didn't play, I read.
She didn't. And then I'm like, yo, throw it. And then like, sorry. And I'm like, fuck. And then they had one more guy than us. That's the other thing. One guy makes a difference. They were able to cover one lane that was very important that we weren't able to cover. So we had to pick between outfield and a good shortstop, or not having someone who's like reactive on the bases. And we ended up losing 5-11.
Oh.
It's all good though. We all had fun, and I was the MVP of the dodgeball, the water balloon dodgeball. That was fun. And then, yeah, we handed out little trophies. We had food, snackies. I cooked for like 2 hours at the crib.
On the grill.
Yeah, Sponge Boy had back on the
like,
grill.
I didn't know I was providing the food as well.
That's funny. Yeah, I was talking to Dad. I was like, I was gonna get something. I was like, he always got some shit from that men's group. So
She used our freezer.
yeah, I still got some shit in her.
It's her freezer at this point.
But I ended up getting his.
You had one.
Hey, it's my week now, fucker. Thank you. So I ended up using their burgers and hot dogs. However, I did have my own chicken, and I made honey obey wings, lemon pepper wings, and plain. And people tell me that the the lemon pepper wings were bussin', and yeah.
Honey Old Bay wings are so good.
I had to discuss with someone that those are a Maryland exclusive. Like, you don't find honey Old Bay wings.
You can't get them
else.
nowhere fucking else, especially not in fucking Florida.
They're so good.
You can get Cajun wings out there, bro.
That shit.
Someone's like, yeah, you can get them like Boston cakes. I'm like, no, what they need Old Bay for up there?
I mean, places have Obey.
The way that we
And
eat
I've
seafood.
gone
Not
to
on
places
chicken.
and be like, let me get a side of... No, not on chicken.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
Obey goes on everything. You know what? My friends all the time be like, Obey doesn't go on everything. And I be like, yes,
It can. It can go on corn.
I can put Obey on anything, and it's delicious.
Niggas look at you crazy when you put it on corn, but hey, I promise you.
One of my favorite gourmet popcorns is like a caramel popcorn with Obey.
That sounds like something you would eat.
Messed up sometimes.
It's a sweet and salty. It's like,
No, because she puts fucking sugar on her popcorn already. Like when she makes popcorn, she'll put sugar on it, shake it up, and put sugar on it, shake it up, so that the sugar melts a little bit.
Kettle corn is.
It's not. But she makes like pseudo kettle corn. And then like the worst fucking part growing up is that when you're done, she would not say that she did this. So you would eat it, it'd be sweet as fuck. You'd be like, what the fuck? And then at the end of it, she not only takes it, but she'll like take the last couple pieces and try and scrape up the sugar and butter at the bottom.
I had a problem. We won't talk about it.
I'm trying to put Jordan on the popcorn with the jalapenos, and we did in Baltimore like a Little Mermaid.
It was fire, but it has to be movie theater popcorn and movie theater jalapenos.
Yes.
Like you have to
And
get
butter,
it only
yes.
from there.
Oh yeah, and we
can't
went and saw
remake
Blue
this at
Beetle
home.
that weekend.
Oh,
That I was
right.
finally
Oh,
off.
how
We
was
did
it?
saw Blue Beetle.
It was good. I think that it was exactly what DC needed. That they were trying to definitely go down that route, similar to Marvel, with a lot of action, but decent amount of comedy. They did that wonderfully. I think they gave Jaime Reyes a good introduction. I think that they allowed for... only thing I didn't like, the biggest pet peeve I have with how DC's been doing things, they don't give a fuck about secret identities worth a lick. Niggas just know who you are. Like...
Well, his family has always known.
No. His family, his area of his slum, his girlfriend.
There was no secrecy to it.
It was no secrecy to it. He was just changing into the suit out in the open.
I knew his family knew. Like his family.
I mean, not
like,
that he had
always
control
knew, but I
over
don't
it
know
for a
about
while, but still.
But it was still really
There
good.
was no secrecy.
And there was a lot, and there was some, some little anime shits in there, especially when he got control. You might have seen that in one of the trailers. It was dope as fuck. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. We'll talk about it. And then just the other night, we had our date night, and we watched the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Surprisingly, funnier than I thought. If you're gonna watch it, don't go in thinking this is nice Ninja Turtles action movie. Think of it more of as a comedy, because it's written by comedy writers. So
It was.
Wasn't it Seth Rogen, right?
yeah, but it was.
It's a
There's
side
some
of
adult
Teenage
jokes
Mutant
in there
Ninja
that you're
Turtles
not
you
gonna
haven't
get
seen.
unless you're an adult. And it's kind of crazy with some of the things that they just slide in. Like, I had to pause it a couple times. Like, wait a minute, did they just say what I think they said? But yeah.
I love a movie with adult jokes.
No, these were like blatant adult jokes that a kid would be like, ah, ha, 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 that sounded funny, I'm gonna say it. And you're like, wait. Don't say that. But yeah, that's everybody's week, so you know what time it is. It's time for that BNN.
Time for ears.
Oh, God.
You do this every week, and I don't understand why you skip.
One day I'll get past this and not have to see ears. One day.
These are the ears of the week.
Let me guess what they're from. Let me guess.
Huh?
Beauty and the Beast, the clock.
Alice in Wonderland.
No.
All right, I have no fucking clue.
Wait.
Here, this might help. See the middle.
No.
What
The
the
ride
fuck
you
is
afraid
that?
of, Jordan.
HTT?
The ride.
HCH? Which
The ride
HCH?
you refuse to get
Oh,
on,
Haunted
Jordan.
Mansion.
No.
You refuse to get on this ride.
Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Oh.
That's because my vertigo. I would.
Alright, so the bow glows in the dark, which is really cool, but sucks in the room. Eventually, you guys are going to see a bunch of ears behind me, and there will be all the ears that we have that glow in the dark, because I'm tired of them being in the room.
It is scary sometimes.
Yeah.
When you look up and
It's just
glowing.
random shit glowing.
Scary, and they got Chucky and his bride sitting on the.
That's real crazy that y'all say some glowing. No. Here's what we gonna do. It's real crazy that you say it's scary to have glowing ears in the room, but when you have fucking guests who sleep in your living room, Chucky and Tiff are just staring like this, knife in hand. Like, You no, fuck
room.
you.
But it's not. It don't bother us. It's in the living room.
I bet it don't.
What the fuck is that?
Easiest prank to pull on them: tape Chucky to the ceiling so they wake up and see that nigga just up above them.
Yo, I
was
will run out of my
and I
house.
was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's an ear. Shit. Rolled over and went back to sleep.
And so, like, this is like the levels of the floors or whatever, and it goes up. It doesn't have 13 because you know most elevators don't have 13 floors, so it's super cute.
I love
and it has
elevators
the
that do.
Of like most hotels back in the day didn't have a 13th floor. Would go 11, 12, 14, 15.
They would
Most
use the
hotels
13th
today.
They don't have it still, but now they just use it as a mechanical middle ground.
Yeah. So, yay ears! Oh, it has the lounge. It's a Loungefly ear, so it has Disney Loungefly on the side.
I just noticed.
You
that
get ears often enough to show a different pair of ears every
Yes.
time y'all pause.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Those are mine. Those are
We call that
yours.
an addiction.
Yeah.
It's not an addiction.
Yes, it is.
It's a hobby.
No, you do
It's
have
an
a problem
addiction.
with it.
I don't have a problem. I haven't bought ears in months.
You have, like,
I have a
70
question. If I came here and
Why
I
are you
was,
saying months with the S? Why are you saying months with
that's
the
a
S?
lie.
It's not months
That's a
with the
lie.
S.
You had a
I
new
haven't
pair
bought
2 weeks ago, nigga.
No.
It is
You
no.
got
It
the-
is now
no.
September. I haven't bought ears since July.
The lies,
Months.
the lies you tell.
With the
You just
Fenta,
bought some
where my
ears
phone?
recently.
Because that's a lie.
We'll get back to that. We'll prove it on a later episode. I promise you. Now, what I was gonna say is we did miss one piece of news that was interesting to our lives. So earlier this week, we noticed that a woman and her children were sitting on the doorstep of the house next to us, and that shit was. I noticed it, and I'm like, okay, someone moved in, whatever. But it didn't feel right because I was sitting in my car just listening to music, and like I glance up, and she kind of like scowling at me in the car, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like then she kind of like stops scowling at me and looks this way, kind of grabs her baby and goes in the house, leaves the bottle outside. I'm like, all right, now that's suspicious because that means you just left your baby's bottle outside because you went in the house in a rush because you was just sitting on the steps 2 minutes ago. Then she comes back, grabs the bottle. I don't even really see her. See her 2 more days doing the same thing, kind of sitting on the porch. But when I come home, when someone's coming home, she immediately goes in the house. I'm like, I think this individual may be a squatter. And Joy's like, I don't know, maybe she is. I didn't talk to her, but it doesn't look like she belongs there per se. I'm like, all right. And when I say that, I say it because this woman wore the same shirt, shorts, sandals, whatever, and her babies too, for the same 2 days straight. So it was like, I understand if you lazy around the house, but not if you're going to sit on the porch, you feel me? You at least bathe one of those times, or, you know, maybe change the shirt up a little bit, change the short ups a little bit, something switches, right? Because I've worn the same clothes, but usually I bathe in between, you can tell something's different. So today, when I came home, all the shit was on the lawn, outside. It was a box spring, a mattress with no sheet, some chairs, a table, some other shit. The fuck? Some other shit. So, I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, y'all moving whoever in? I'm looking like, are anybody here the new neighbor? And this white dude comes up and like, no, someone broke in and just has been living here for the past like week and a half. I'm like, noted. So who's the owner of this place? And this is white dude, he comes up to me like, hey, this is my name. Like, I shake his hand like, oh yeah, I didn't know. I was kind of asking for that reason. Like, I saw someone here, but I didn't know if they were like here for whatever. And he's like, yeah, so it looks like they just broke off the, you know how like they have the construction lock on the door so that construction workers can get in? They apparently just finished. So they were like, hey, he was like, yeah, he showed me the house. He's like, yeah, it's brand new finished. This is what it looks like. But apparently they've just been squatting here for a couple days. So he was on the phone with BG&E to get everything changed back into his name. So he was like, she put BG&E and stuff in her name so she could live there. Have power. So
Mando next door on the right side of them?
Yeah. The answer is no.
So that ended up happening. And I got to talk to the guy and I was like, Joy, guess what happened? And she was like, well. So, and this is one old dude who cuts people's lawn around here. I was talking to him. He was like, he apparently works at the little like food and clothes center around the corner. And he was like, yeah, some lady came in. She's about 25 with a kid. I was like, she needed some furniture for a new apartment. And I was like, oh, we got some stuff we just giving away. And I helped her move it down here. And her boyfriend took it and helped her move in. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And just goes to show, if you act like you belong somewhere, you could be there for a minute.
be there for a minute.
feel
Also,
bad
no
for
to
him.
you, Jordan. The same no that I said to them applies to you.
I don't know what the question is.
I don't either. But I'm not going to dig, unlike some people here.
Answer's no.
I want to move to
All I
Baltimore.
said was I don't know what the
I
question
agree.
is. I second. I don't. That doesn't answer my question. Or what the question is.
I want to move to Baltimore.
I second.
So, he was like, I'm going to rent this out to people soon. I was like, oh, yeah, let me get your number in case, I notice something else happens. Or I can just be like, hey, are these people actually moving in? Because, like, for the past couple nights, like, you hear it bumping in the night. I'm like, yeah, no reasonable person with children that are that small are up at 12 at night just moving shit around loudly. So I was like, let me just turn on this yall alarm system. Might have to back out the Rambo. Who knows?
Yeah.
But,
Ready for the BNN?
Jesus, so jumpy.
No, you were really loud.
I'm always
in my
loud.
ear.
It's time for the BNN. So, first news point.
Was that the news thing?
Yeah. You already know.
It was so bad.
Oh, I thought I did pretty good, but fuck you. So, first news point, sad news point. Like to start off on those sad points. The voice actor for Harley Quinn, the OG Harley Quinn, died at age 67.
You're not gonna say
So
her name?
young.
I don't remember.
You wrote down the note to say that she passed.
You're on the
didn't
podcast to
include her
be a
name.
guest, not to criticize my method of reporting. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Chief. Usually Benta looks it up anyway and then just goes, their name is this. While I say, let's have a moment of silence. Thanks for ruining the podcast magic, Jordan. We really appreciate it.
We're gonna get to later why I just ruined that podcast magic.
Arlene Sorkin.
R.I.P. Moment of silence. All right, that moment's up. I did not stop staring at you that whole time. I just want you to know.
Why are you staring at me?
Because you just ruined our podcast magic here. We're like
Because
Disney
how
World.
would you take the time to get the information
Take the
and
time?
miss and then not include the name? That doesn't even make sense.
This is funny.
All right, look, I'm going to be real with y'all. The method in which I procure information is very, at best, lackluster.
There is no means for you to get that information and the woman's name isn't there. There's
Actually-
nowhere you're gonna find the information and the woman's name is not
Stop being
included.
gay.
Stop arguing.
Stop being really gay. I mean, this is arguably gayer, but that's gay. That's PDA gay. This is like, oh, they're so old gay.
I'm not
Gay.
old. He's old. I'm not old. I'm not even 25.
Stop arguing with me, then people will believe you.
Guess I'm old.
Yeah, you're ancient by our standards.
Whose standards?
Mine.
I'm
People's.
gonna be 33 next week.
That's tough. The numbers in your age will match. I don't have that for a while.
Yo, that was the most roundaboutest way of calling them old.
Listen.
You went around the
You
block.
just basically said, I have so long until I get there, but that's cool for you.
I've been practicing my comedy. I listen to stand up every morning. Just cause.
Yo, wait.
Next on the news.
Oh, next on you didn't send me the news docket, by the way. It's not
House
the news
Bill
docket.
2689 stops people from having to pay child support in one night stands and makes it so that you don't have to so that if they don't have a significant role in your life prior, that they might be able to get out of paying child support. I sent this to
No.
you actually.
Is it in a
First of all,
specific...
that's a whole load of bullshit. Because if we fucked and you fucked raw, like by having sex raw, is you saying to me that you want me to have your baby?
Nope, that's
That's-
incorrect.
that's not-
And
that's
I
not-
can give you an example of that.
The situation basically dispromotes one night stands. If you have a
Yes.
one night stand, you get pregnant, and you have and you have a baby, the person is not responsible for child support because it was one
Then
night
why
stand. They
the
weren't
fuck
in
am I
your life.
responsible? But I'm responsible for the kid.
No, give it up.
You chose to.
So
Don't
here,
have it.
so I was
Get
gonna
an
say,
abortion. There's options.
so we're gonna slow down here. So I was
Not
gonna
every
say,
state.
hey, so I was gonna say, if abortions were legal everywhere, I wouldn't care. Cause then
Right.
at that point, Ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Snip, snip, ho.
Everybody,
So,
right.
like, you feel me?
Everybody has options.
Yeah.
But that's not fair because what if I live, let's say, in Texas?
Do you know that some states are actually trying to ban condoms?
Crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Y'all are so mad at us for not having babies, but you made a world for me not to want to have a baby.
You saying us, but we aren't a part of the demographic they're trying to affect, I promise you.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. If I live in Texas and I found out late because maybe, let's say I'm a heavier set girl, so I can't see that I'm pregnant.
That means
and
fat.
my periods are already, or my periods are already irregular, like mine are. So I don't notice that I missed a period or whatever. Yeah, I don't know about periods. Fuck off.
Yeah, she is that open all the time.
No, yes, it also doesn't make sense that she's talking about this topic, but okay.
I can still be passionate about it.
Sure. Go on.
You
sis.
passionate about a problem you don't have.
Don't have it. Won't have it. Can't get it.
Any more.
Oh,
was a time
shit.
where this affected me heavily.
That's crazy that you say that.
What time was that?
Slut. 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 Slut.
There was a time.
For those who are just listening audio-wise
at that
only,
time
Chris was
when it
nodding their head very slowly, like, yeah, at the slut chant.
And at the time that it affected me, I could not afford to have a baby by myself. So I'm passionate about this.
Hey, man, look, every state might not have abortions legal, but every state do got seafood boils. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Every state got stairs.
Every state got stairs.
Every state got hangers.
Okay, I didn't want to go that far. Jesus.
Next on the news.
No, I wanted to dive into this a little more.
We're not finished talking about
So
this.
the other part of it was people who have significant roles in your life, meaning like even if it was someone you knew short term, like a week. Let's say you met on Tinder, been talking for a week. They would be excused from this as well. It's more so supposed to be targeting. It's supposed to be forcing people to have relationship babies or like a child with someone who's been in your life for a while.
I already know where you was going.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
Bullshit. Because I'm not about to be stuck with this baby. Now, if I live somewhere where abortions are legal and I have to and I can make the choice and I got time and I'm just like, no, I know this nigga got money. That's why I've targeted him.
Jesus.
Then
That is a crime. You just said a crime as if it was okay.
And advocated for it.
Wow. You're a terrible person. It is.
to have sex with somebody who has
Entrapment.
money and get pregnant because we had sex together, unprotected, mutually.
No. Because
You didn't
example.
mutually agree to get pregnant.
So look,
That sounds like what bitches do.
Nope. So
It's not a crime.
that's crazy. Stay away from bitches was the lesson here. Now my point is, because example, let's say you're an individual who's on birth control. That's at least what you tell me, right? And I'm willing to have raw sex with this person because I know they're on birth control. I know that there's a low to no chance of having or producing a child. And they're like, oh no, I'm on birth control. I got it. I'm good. It's this.
That's lying. I'm talking about we both are telling the truth here. I have told
If you want to risk it for the
that
biscuit, I have no sympathy for you. But there's a lot of situations
But
where
that's the
people go, I'm on birth control, I don't want a child, and then get
that's
pregnant,
fucked up.
and
I
then.
agree.
But that's my
You
point.
have
That's
to
what.
take care of that baby. Yes, I agree with that. There are other times where you didn't ask the question. We had sex unprotected. And what happens when you have sex unprotected?
What if we have drunk sex unprotected?
Can we stop acting
That's
like
rape.
the
Everybody got raped.
Can we stop acting like bills are getting passed that actually make sense nowadays?
I mean, it's not passed yet. It's like it's gone past one part.
They just trying to protect themselves from them bitches they be fucking in the office that one time.
But I could argue that you have played a substantial
office
role in my life. You
Christmas
signed my check, nigga. You the reason I'm here.
It's the office Christmas party. We co-workers, not boss, but we work together, and we fucked because I got drunk at the office Christmas.
Look,
party.
having office Christmas party one week and then a
You
seafood
do
boil
know
and
that's also illegal, right?
I was Ms. Kenson's asshole.
What? What's illegal?
No, I'm not even gonna talk about you. Continue.
That's not illegal. Depending on the office, your office has to say, and that's not illegal. It's just
it's illegal to get drunk and then sleep with somebody.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not illegal. It's just rape.
It's rape.
Exhibit number. Exhibit B of why we don't listen to the pod.
I'm just dumbfounded.
I meant it in a mutualist sense.
Sure you did.
I did.
Prove it.
I can't.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yes.
If you get a sugar
Welcome
mama
back.
that's willing to pay you over $2,000 a week, you better give her a fucking cavity.
Chris won't let me get a sugar daddy.
She's
I
my
had
sugar
one.
mama.
And she tried to run me over
I'm
with her
giving it-
car.
Oh, okay.
2,000.
Don't do it.
All the sugar.
Run me over with her car. Don't do it.
It's funny
Alright, we're
because if
back.
a woman actually approached me with a bargain like that, I would be like, I'd be ready to accept. And then you'd be like, I wasn't serious, and I'd be like, well,
I mean, it'd be mad if you accepted and you didn't like ask me first, because like, what if she's ugly?
I don't care. The
But
money
I
is
don't
there.
care.
Huh?
We don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not
Don't
here.
care.
See, that's the thing.
But what if she wants more of your time? Like it's
No.
it's literally about to give SZA. Bitch, you're the weekend. Don't come over here and talk about, oh, it's Wednesday and I need you. It's my day.
That's why you make
He'll see you Friday.
That's why you make a contract.
Can I get a sugar daddy or sugar mama? A 2,000.
I'm looking for the type of sugar mama that like is just at the dough. You know, money's on the counter. I'm bent over and prepped and ready. Here's some lube. Jump in. Take your money. Look good. Go.
Well, you running out of
You can
time
have
because you're
one.
getting kind of old.
And you
for
don't
a
have
sugar
to
mama.
ask.
I already had one. I don't need to go through that trauma again.
If
You
have
are.
one,
You getting
don't
kinda
have to
old
ask.
for a
Just do
sugar
it.
mama.
I won't ask where the money's coming from.
She tried to hit me with her car.
You almost closer to
No.
30 than you are 20.
I feel like a sugar
They
mama
round
would
up
want
now.
that, honestly.
No, they like young. You're getting
like
a
the
little
young
old
boys.
for a sugar mama.
You're a little,
Oh, they want to be almost pedophilic, huh? Just fresh.
I can see
fresh.
That. I can see that. Little milk on your breath. That's Similac.
Okay. And 47.25.
I don't have to mark that. I just have to come back to where I'm back, and then that's enough.
That was being helpful.
I appreciate
What is
it.
next topic?
I'm ready.
So let's move on to the next news topic. We gotta figure out this headphone situation, dog.
No, you need to figure out this headphone situation. You're the one that's fucking it up.
So One Piece live action.
I can talk about this.
Right after I checked its certified freshness on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Can you guess its Rotten Tomato score?
It's an
88%.
Nope. It was 100% from the Rotten Tomato critics, and a score of 93 from the audience.
Sucked it. It ain't that great.
Sucked it.
It's actually pretty good.
No, it's pretty good. But sucked it. It ain't that great.
But that's my thing. Why are you hating on something that's good for One Piece?
No. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm really enjoying it. I'm still on episode 1. I haven't had time to watch it. Someone takes up a lot of my time.
Ooh, 'cause
There
I
better
be
not be
minding my
nothing
own
back there.
business.
This nigga. So I haven't been able to watch, and they don't watch because you don't watch it. So like, if we're watching things together, I'm not
Okay.
gonna put it on.
First
I'm gonna
of all,
put on what we're watching
Tell
together.
them what you always put on when I say let's
That
watch an
sounds
anime.
familiar.
I'm
Don't
gonna
mean
guess.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
Wow.
you said anime.
So don't sit here and say,
That's not what happens.
oh,
That's not what
bollocks,
happens.
bollocks, eat a bag of dicks, because
That's
that's
not what
not
happens.
true. We
That's not what happened. Anyway, so
Dick
what
pics.
happens is we usually only have limited time, and I'm like, just put on anything, and they're like, I'm gonna put on Drag Race because I know that's what you want to watch, and I'm not gonna complain because yes, I do want to watch it, and that's what happens.
so you lying
Sounds
to
like you're
people?
bling them for your failures, is what I'm hearing.
So you're lying to the people.
I'm not lying to the people. Anyway, so I really am enjoying it. I don't mind the changes that they've been making. Like, they make sense if that makes sense. Like, the changes they've made, it's not like, oh, I saw this TikToker, he was funny. He was like, we're gonna change Luffy's name to Larry. It's nothing like that. It's just like oh yeah, they changed like how they met because this fits their storyline a little better because they have to do different things because it's live action and the time frame of the episodes is different. So I'm enjoying it. I think little Luffy is so adorable. I would steal him.
Do you want to speak first?
Yeah. So I was surprised at the rating. That's one of the things that made me want to watch it. I wasn't super hyped to watch it. However, I am enjoying it. I think we're on episode 4 now. It moves. I would expect it to fast pace. It's roughly 4 to 5 episodes per episode. So,
Four
you
to
know,
five episodes of the anime.
of the anime per episode. So in that hour, you're getting a decent amount of stuff.
You get a
Um,
lot of.
I'm enjoying it so far. I think the adaptation has been really good. The animation has been good. I found a couple of, here and there points where something was lackluster, but that I'm not gonna let that overall ruin the show. I think they did a good job. I think all the actors are doing their job well. Jordan says that she thinks Nami's a little bit more of a bitch than she needs to be.
I'm gonna speak.
I was gonna say I agree
like
with that.
I like the Luffy actor guy. He really like feels Luffy-y without being like the animated version. He
I
is
got
his
you.
own Luffy.
I like
But
Zoro's. The guy
I
who's
feel
doing
that.
Zoro's doing great too.
He's doing great and he's fine, so it makes it great.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
I guess she can have a baby.
Joy.
I'm not an avid anime watcher, but I am an avid TV watcher. So with the live action coming out, I saw that as an opportunity to, which is shorter, I saw that as an opportunity to share in something that Greg enjoys, which is One Piece. So I've been watching the anime and the live action both for the first time in tandem. So like Greg said, one episode of the live action is about 4 to 5 episodes of the anime. So I'll watch 4 to 5 episodes of the anime and then go watch the corresponding live action episode. So which I am really enjoying. As someone who has never seen One Piece, if you're interested in watching One Piece, watch the live action independent of the anime. Don't watch them in tandem because because I'm watching them back to back, I don't like the fact that to me it seems like they changed a lot and I'm not a huge fan of it. I like them independently of each other, but because I'll watch one then immediately go to the next, I'm like, hey, this didn't happen. I'm like, all these things are fresh in my mind to know what didn't happen and the things that they've changed. Like simple things like the fact that they change clothes so often, the fact that Nami barely wears her skirt, which is like a signature to me for her so far. How they meet people in general, and I feel like I'm not gonna say it, but like there's one key thing that is completely different than how it is in the anime, and I feel like that's affected how the story has been able to progress from this point forward. I watched the live action with Greg, so like you said, we're on episode 4, but I'm on episode 18. No, I'm on episode 20 of the anime. As a sign that I'm an avid TV watcher, I'm on episode 20 of the anime, and I've been watching it since Monday. That's how much I watch it.
Killing it.
So yeah, I wish that I watched. If you've never seen One Piece, you can watch the live action and be completely fine and never watch the anime, is what I would suggest. There's no reason to watch the anime if you were only interested in the live action.
Well,
and if you want to go on the journey of a lifetime, watch the anime.
Oh my goodness, all the latest animations have been beautiful.
And remember that other people haven't watched the One Piece full out in a long time. So
I don't remember the small minute
things. It's hard
things.
to have conversations with them about
So she
One
calls
Piece.
me because I watched it. I started rewatching One Piece in college when I was doing my thesis. So this was 2017. It was a little while ago.
Yeah, but the last time I saw like all of the East Blue was when I was watching it on 4Kids TV.
Yeah,
and I watched it week by week by week.
Ooh, y'all showing y'all age.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. So I started rewatching it then, and it was because I had started rewatching it before then, but I got to Punk Hazard and I couldn't push through Punk Hazard because it wasn't dubbed yet, and I wasn't used to their sub voices. So I ended up stopping, and then once that got dubbed, I was able to like get through it, and then transfer over to their sub voices. And that's how I explained watching the live action for me has been. It's like going from dub to sub. Like I have to get used to the voice and like some of the mannerisms of the new actors versus what I'm used to seeing in the anime. It's not a bad transition, it's just a transition.
Right.
Well, I like it. I'm enjoying it. Chris hasn't watched it.
I
I'm
think
trying to only watch one anime at a time.
Yes. We're on Attack on
it can be
Titan right now.
overwhelming. Oh, Attack on Titan's it's long but good.
Yeah. We're on Attack on
I
Titan.
don't have any other.
We
animes
finished
that I'm
2.
watching.
They
You finished season 2?
But we'll get into that. No, we'll get into what animes you guys have seen in our question.
We can talk about that, yeah. The I had something. I lost it. ADHD is crazy. But
This
yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I honestly need to go back to a little bit after Dressrosa and rewatch that. I was gonna say it's usually a progression of watching it dubbed,
Also-
then watching it subbed, then after you watch it subbed and you're caught up, it's like I can't wait anymore, and then you start reading things. Cause that's where I am. It's not on the list,
I'm
but
reading.
a quick news point / jab at JJK. Sukuna is the fraudulent one. I gotta say it. He is not the honed one. He is not the best sorcerer there ever was. He is a bitch. And he is fraudulent. He's a fraud. He needs to be exposed. And it is what it is. Gojo is too much. He has the beefiest beef that ever did beef. It's not
I mean-
OP anymore. It's Are You Gojo? Because this man on the fly is whipping this dude's ass. So, yeah.
And isn't he on? No spoilers, but isn't he 3-on-1 right now?
Oh, yeah. 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 The fraudulent one, he starts the match as a 1v1. Then as it progresses, he's like, oh, you thought this was a 1v1? Nah, it's a 3v1. He says, "Pfft, I thought you
Okay.
were cool, but okay." And then proceeds to put dick on forehead.
You know what though? We say this, and this is anime's fault. This is all of anime's fault because people be like, "Oh, I'm this strong. I'm stronger than this person," and then get their ass whooped. Gojo said in episode uno,
He said, nah, I could handle it. Even with
No.
all 20 fingers, I got that.
he said,
I'd body him.
peek you, or body you."
And he was right. No, if a lot of the things that didn't happen in the past couple chapters didn't happen, he wouldn't have lasted this long. He would have been bodied early on. Done. Now, my friend sent me this meme, and it's fucking hilarious. It says, throughout heaven and earth, I am the fraudulent one. And it is very true. 100%.
So yeah, it's it's anime's fault because everybody was like, "No, Sukuna, he's the big bad. Gojo can't really beat him." And I've always had faith in Gojo. Gojo been that nigga since ever.
Yeah, but the writer hates him specifically because he says, like, I made him too strong. I made him too much of a problem to where now it's hard to kill him. And it
Also, he
makes
doesn't
sense.
Yeah, he also doesn't like him because he's like the opposite of the writer as far as like personality goes. His favorite character, fun fact, is Megami. Now granted, now he doesn't hate him. I think Gojo is based off of like one of his really close dear friends, but he's like it's nothing like my personality. It's like the exact opposite of me. So he's like sometimes it's hard to write him because it's like not it, like anything he would do, I really wouldn't do. And then one of his close friends was like, "Yeah, I think he's most like Gojo," and he like was like low key an insult because it's like he doesn't think he's anything like Gojo.
He's cocky, but hey, it'd be like
I was
that.
on Too Spooky. If you want to know where I got all these fun facts from, Too Spooky. I think it's like 101 things about Jujutsu Kaisen, which is really good. I love Too Spooky. He's fun.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Next topic is a gaming topic. CD Projekt Red cancels plans for all future expansions for the previously anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 game, and Phantom Liberty will be its only expansion. This is
Why?
kind of big news. Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be a huge, innovative game where you essentially got to make your character do all this stuff, and exist in a cyberpunk society where you get robot upgrades and shit like that, and you do crazy shit with guns and all this other shit, right? It did well, but off of launch, it didn't do well specifically because of graphics issues, crashes, bugs, and it was just an incomplete game. Once they fixed everything, and they even said they were having a huge bug fix, like, game came out in September, they were like, February, we have this huge fix. I said, all right, bought the game, I'm not going to play it till after February. Even afterwards, I had game-breaking bugs where I've had to restart the game several times, so I stopped it.
Wow.
Yeah, but those who played it, it has multiple endings, they enjoyed it a lot, right? The only problem is the fan base came back after the show Cyberpunk Edge Runners came out. And a lot of people played it then when it was a fully finished game. So it's gotten a lot of traction again, but with the expansion coming out, it's supposed to be like, not a brand new game, but a big enough expansion where it's going to keep you there for a while. Have new interesting characters. I think Idris Elba is going to be one of the character models. The original, like, one of the, I don't know what to call him. He wasn't antagonist or protagonist. He was like a tertiary character. A very big one that the story revolves around was Johnny Silverhand. And Johnny Silverhand was played by none other than Keanu Reeves. So, shit like that's in the game. It was pretty good, pretty interesting. You had a lot of choices. You could basically play the game however you want. No two playthroughs were going to be the same. Same thing with Starfield. But it's just kind of sad to see things like that fall by the wayside. I was going to pick it up, but it kind of goes to show that, like, if you're not producing, then you won't be able to, you know, survive in the gaming world.
That's fair. Well, guess what? Sucks to suck. I wasn't planning anyway.
You don't play games. We know this.
No.
Starfield came out. That was fun. I've been playing the shit out of that.
Starfield?
Yes, it is a literal space game where you can travel to multiple different star systems, planets. You can generally do anything, and it's a Bethesda game, which basically means that you can get lost in the sauce playing this game. You can, example, I haven't even barely touched the main story. I went off, fucked around, and found a faction and did their side story, right? Their side story took me 3 days to complete and felt like a main story. Essentially what Bethesda did is they took different teams, separated them, and said, hey, make a story. And then niggas went and made a full-blown story. And that's just how it was produced. So there's multiple... You can essentially get multiple different games. You can literally fly around in ships. There's accurate distances. You can build your own ship. You can get into dogfights. You can rob giant ships with fucking millions of dollars on it. You can kill people. You can kill animals. You can survey things. You can go be a fucking miner if you really feel like it. Like,
well, that was cool.
Yeah, it's very immersive. It's a lot you can do in the game. You get lost in the sauce really easy. And then last on the docket, which isn't on the docket, but it's just a general thing. It's 2K season, everybody. So if your man doesn't play Madden or 2K, well, you're lucky. But all those other niggas, for the next, 6 months, they are busy.
And guess
And if you didn't buy the game, you ain't getting no PP.
Guess what?
21. Okay, I'm making a point.
I ain't got that problem.
This is what I was referring to as, like, me and Chris don't need to be here for the beginning of this. We just, like, come in when it's time for us.
You did. You had some news.
Like, what are you talking about? You had something to
Yeah,
add.
I can be here, but I didn't need to be here.
If that's the case,
Who
Benta
said?
doesn't need to be here a lot of the time.
Shut
That's
the fuck
fucked
up.
up.
I
All right.
contribute.
A lot of the
She
time,
contributed
you
the
don't.
whole time.
That's me.
But, like, as a guest,
That's you
we
throwing
don't
stuff
need
at your
to
own
be here
shit. Yeah,
during this.
fuck it up. It's yours.
Okay, can we get to me and Chris's part?
No.
All right.
Just sit there and look pretty.
Period.
We're at 87%, everybody. Slowly dying. She's trying to get rid of this last life of mine. I know it. But now we can get into the
Life
topic.
insurance policy yet?
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Life insurance policy.
And then
Mainly goes to mom.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
That gets transferred over after I get on your insurance.
Nope. 70-30. That is how I've written it into my company life insurance.
I can get it transferred over to me.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You'd have to get my signature to authorize it first.
Correct.
You got to get my signature to authorize.
Why would you not authorize for your wife?
So
to
we're
be
gonna go
primary
to the news
beneficiary?
topic, not news topic, the actual topic of the
That's
show.
what your dumb ass get saying the wrong shit.
I don't want her in here anymore.
Dating a G.
That's what we
Get it?
starting with.
No, we're gonna talk about all of it. All of it.
Lord
The whole.
Diva, this is where you
shebang.
take over because I have no idea what this topic is, and you guys keep changing it.
Yeah. No, it's so we're gonna start with like because you
Can you
guys
tell my
date
headphones?
podcasters who
Wonderful.
are dedicated to their work. I feel like me and Greg really like doing this, and we trying to make some money off of it one day, and it means that we need all support in it. So for starters, we're gonna ask. So
Well.
the first question is gonna go to Jordan, because Jordan, you were here from the literal day one of the podcast. So what were your thoughts when we started the podcast?
I was nervous because
What?
I was nervous
Why were you
because
nervous?
number one, the both of you I felt as though had really high hopes for the pod. So if it didn't take off, how you guys wanted it to take off or expected it to take off or how you think it should take off, I was nervous about how you guys' response would be to that, as well as y'all say anything out y'all mouth, and I was terrified of the things that y'all might say on this pod. Not so much of y'all getting canceled, because y'all could care less about getting canceled. Y'all would lean into being canceled.
They have done that. They have tried to get me canceled.
Greg is a closeted Asian woman who hates a closeted lesbian Asian woman who hates black women.
So I was scared of this whole process and what would come of it. But I was
Okay.
happy for you guys because you guys were happy.
So
Oh,
Chris,
I also had a fear of y'all being famous because I have no intention on being famous. So I had a fear of like, what if this really does take off and people start to know their names? That means people gonna know my name, and I don't want nobody to know my name.
we'll get there. That's one of my questions. So Chris, you came in after like I had already been podcasting for about 2 years. So what was your thoughts when you met me and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a podcast. I do it weekly, blah, blah, blah.
Well, when you first told me that, I thought you.
Speak up. Let the people hear you. That's not how you talk.
Let me
let's
clear my throat.
Okay. So when you first told me that, God damn it, Bobby.
I say that. Damn it, Bobby.
I thought you were like doing it simply as like a hobby.
Mhm.
I didn't know that you had intentions to really go far with it. So the longer that I would be half asleep listening to you yell and be so passionate about certain topics, I was like,
I don't yell.
yeah.
Excuse me?
For it to wake me up out of my sleep, you yell.
You've peaked like 8 times today.
Really?
You seem
Crazy.
like I watched you become like very, very passionate about certain topics. Now, certain topics, you said, I can be honest during the podcast right now, some topics do make me uncomfortable, but I have to adjust my comfort to that because one, you were doing this 2 years before I even got here.
Mm-hmm.
And you, as I see, both of you are very open. So that's just something that I realized with the relationship and then our engagement that I'm going to have to accept. Now that I listen to them and I know how passionate you both are, I think it's kind of exciting. Like, I think it's really exciting.
So, do you guys ever get, I guess the word is uncomfortable with the topics we discuss on the podcast, especially because we do discuss you guys. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, NyQuil.
Is that for me or for Jordan?
Yes
for
and
both of
no.
you.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no.
This is probably
Yes
going to
and
go
no.
into something you might ask later, but
Mhm.
the first response is yes, because like there's certain things that I would never care to be talked about, but Greg would openly talk about anything. So yes, there are things I get nervous about, but it's also no. I don't listen to the pod like ever. Like not even a little bit. I don't know what the topics are to therefore get uncomfortable. I just live in ignorance.
Bliss. Straight up bliss.
There's only one thing that made me kind of uncomfortable, and she told me after she talked about it. And you said I could tell them why, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I identify as non-binary by gender. So certain things in our sex life I didn't know you were discussing
Huh.
until you told me after.
Yes, Diva does suck the strap, if anyone was wondering.
Very-
Exhibit A of why I don't listen to the pod.
That wasn't even
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You don't have to out me like that.
It was a joke. You outed yourself, by the way.
That's crazy.
That's how I felt when you told me what you told them. So we're even. I tell her now that she tells me the type of things that she is going to discuss. It is fair game. I'm a very open person, but I didn't know she was getting that open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, but when she told me what she said, which is, if no one listened or knew what she said, you told them that sometimes I like penetration. What if I didn't want everyone to know that?
Oops.
That's why we don't go live.
That's so I'm like, stuff like that.
Joey had the
like, you
perfect
could at
chance
least
to say I
talk
like
to me first.
penetration.
Greg, you like
I
penetration?
don't know what you
Not
do
at
with
all.
your boyfriends.
You don't know what I do with my boyfriends. Remember, everybody, it's not gay unless you touch tips.
Just
At the same time.
What? Wait a minute. You added extra layers to this.
No, because otherwise you'd be gay.
How would I be gay?
Because y'all be touching
And that
tips.
sounds-
They're just not
no.
I
simultaneous.
ain't never touched a tip.
Anyway, so me and Greg have an anime podcast that we've been doing together. What is the first anime you ever watched?
Well, does Sailor Moon count?
No. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase the question.
Yes, it
What's
does.
Yes, it does. But what's the first anime that was introduced to you by your partner?
One Punch Man? Yeah, One Punch Man. Because he thought
Oh.
that Saitama was like very sarcastic and would be a type of character that I would enjoy. Which I did. I didn't watch that much of One Punch Man though.
You watched 2 seasons.
But
That's
there's
all that's
more
out.
than that.
No, there's only
Oh.
2 seasons.
Oh, I always assumed that animes are like super long, so I didn't even realize that. I thought I'd just stop watching.
Everybody's waiting for season 3.
Everybody.
That was like 7 years ago now, though, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember One Punch Man a little bit, but that was like 7 years.
It's getting season 3. It's just taking
Yes.
a really long time.
I probably won't
It is.
watch it.
Shit, I will.
I'm gonna watch it.
I love that for you.
Oh, mine. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Any thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
At first, okay, so this initially started when we agreed that she would watch horror movies and horror TV shows, and I would watch anime.
That is
You
so
were
unfair.
cheated.
You lost.
Yeah, you lost. She loves horror movies and TV shows. It's not like she was, oh my god, I don't
She
even...
just gets to now watch.
Her and my
everything she likes
cousins
to do.
forced me to watch It, Freddy vs. Jason, and there's some other movie that fucking made me shit my pants as a child.
You got played, bro.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That one didn't bother me as much. But she made me watch those as a child.
You got played.
So it's a daily in this house. So when we first started watching it, I was like, bleh. But
The
then
episode rule.
I realized how funny it is. Like, it had me laughing out loud funny. So I really, really got into it. And then I fell in love with Winry. And then Alphonse, like, I really fell in love with them. And I was like, okay, I have to know what happens. And then I kept watching and watching and watching.
Greatest anime of all time.
And then you told me there's 2 different ones. There's Full Metal Alchemist, and then there's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
They're really the same thing. It's just that
I mean-
one came before the other and doesn't have the right ending. So they went back and redid it with more information. So that's why people are like, start with this one so you get all of the introductory. And then from this point, just watch Brotherhood. It just makes sense.
I'm such a proud fiance. If you didn't notice, so proud. Look at that.
Do we go to other ones that we watch, or just those?
Are there
Damn.
any other? I was gonna say, are there any other animes that you've watched that were memorable?
Well, Chainsaw Man.
Fun fact: there's a porn parody of that called Dildo Man.
That's not fun.
It is hilarious.
It's probably hilarious.
I fell in love with Bochita. And
He was
actually
there for
cried
like
when he
2
died.
episodes.
I literally cried when he died.
He was there for
was
2
sad.
episodes.
It was sad and I cried. I was very upset.
I've seen a couple of animes over these years. Something I'll start with like the end. I saw the My Hero. What's the name of that movie?
The latest My Hero movie. She saw the last 2 My Hero movies actually.
Yeah, I saw both of those. Never watched the anime, but I have seen both those movies, and I really like the movies in specific. But it didn't draw me in enough to watch the anime. My favorite anime is Food Wars because I'm in love with food. I could do without the orgasms, but we're here. So, and then I watched Demon Slayer. Not all of Demon Slayer. Never watched Mugen Train, basically. Nothing after Mugen Train I've seen. Demon Slayer was cool. All animes are like I said, I'm an avid TV watcher, so I can watch almost anything. And then my love language is quality time. So if he can pick something that I could tolerate just to be able to watch TV together, I will watch it anyway. But after we got through the all of Demon Slayer that I watched, he told me I now had to watch it by myself, which is why I didn't finish it. I wasn't interested enough to watch it alone.
I watched Samurai Jack.
Not an anime.
Not an anime.
Oh, okay.
Amazing show.
At that point, I could say I watched Avatar and Legend of Korra.
Also not an anime.
I watched.
You did not watch Avatar, and we will not
liked-
talk about that movie on this podcast.
You
At all.
Did you say you liked the movie?
No.
They've never seen that. They never.
It
seen
took
the
6 niggas to move 1 rock.
I feel like we don't need to talk about trash.
Some of it's really interesting.
Oh, you've seen King and Ashura?
That's it.
You know,
What?
Yeah. King and Ashura. It's on Netflix. It's a fight
That was
anime.
Gang and Ashura.
Oh,
Or
is
maybe
that,
it's Kangen. I don't know.
is that the one when they're in the stadium and they like make
Yes.
part of their soul to like last longer or something?
Yes.
That was
You've
cool.
never seen that.
And Yu Yu Hakusho.
You haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho.
The one that came
Meg
out
posted a
before
video
one-
with that today. I don't know if y'all saw
I
that.
sent it to her already.
I know. Look at my baby. She's all dancing.
The scent I bought from the Ashify store.
No, I
By the
watched
way,
episode 1.
I will be doing an Ashify review when I get the chance. I bought my 20 cents off of here, $2 each. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
wow.
Is that what they do on YouTube?
What?
Yeah.
I just have to put it close. Yeah. If you get over $40 worth of stuff, it's $25 or $25 off. So I just
wow.
ordered a shit ton of sample scents,
Hey.
like 20 of them. So and they're each $2 a piece. 20 sample scents, waiting for them to come, and I'm gonna just test them all out and see which ones I'm getting big bottles of. But I do need a re-up of the Spirit Gun because that is the one she likes the most.
I tried to watch Afro Samurai.
She didn't make it past the first 5 minutes.
It's too gory for
So
me.
good.
Really, what's it called?
It's
Afro
called Afro
Samurai.
It
It's-
follows a black samurai, and Samuel L. Jackson's in it. It's actually really
Samuel L.
I
Jackson
want
is his
to see-
conscious.
It's his conscience.
So everything's motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got RPG in the backpack. Does that motherfucker have an RPG in the motherfucking backpack? Yes.
Oh yeah, I want to see it. Oh yeah.
Um,
Gory, Castlevania.
You only watched the first episode.
But it seemed pretty good. They fucking killed his wife, so he killed them.
yes, so fucking good. Alucard.
I know a lot of gory ones.
Next question.
So the next question is, so Chris has not been to a con yet, but Jordan, you've done
Lord.
2 now.
Next month.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
What is your thoughts on cons, and will you be attending another?
I will never go
Whoa.
to another con.
Okay, well,
Damn, right?
that's a lot because we need you to go.
I will
You gotta
never go to
work.
another con unpaid.
Need?
Weed?
Who gonna record?
Heed.
That's it so he can go.
He can't.
Oh, I thought
He
And
can't
yeah, and
record
y'all
the both
separated.
of us. We separate. Who gonna record?
Bodyguard Prince. Or
Prince
Chris.
gonna go with Benta?
I guess.
Record.
Boom. Chris. See?
Okay. No, I have no intentions on going to cons ever again. I do think cons are absolutely amazing for the people that is their target audience, which is not me. I did very much so enjoy going to the two cons that I went to. So I've been to Otakon and I've been to DreamCon. I went to Otakon of 2022 and DreamCon of 2023. Um, so in both settings, it was very, very nice to see people who enjoy anime, that niche group, be able to outly express themselves in a community with people that also enjoy it. That is a beautiful sight. As not being their target audience, it's not for me. Um, I so both cons that I went to were the weekend of Greg's birthday. So not only was I there to like support um as like them doing the pod, but I was also there because I wanted to spend his birthday with him. And but otherwise they're not for me. There's nothing that I'm really interested in. There's nothing that
That's
I'm like
just my
really
face, I
interested
promise.
in. As far as like the panels that we went to, that's not to say that they weren't like I could easily listen to them. There's nothing bad about them. This is just not for me. Um, and just of the mass group of people, sometimes the cosplay can be overwhelming for me. All those type of things, I'm just like I said, not interested in. But I fully support cons and people going. If you enjoy anime on a scale of 1 to 10, if you enjoy anime at least 7 out of 10, definitely go to a con. Anything less than that, it might not be for you.
I actually don't enjoy cons. I go because I have to. I didn't enjoy. I don't enjoy them. I think I enjoy the store. Like
What
I
store?
enjoy going to the like not the store, but the
The
showroom.
merchandise.
Yeah, like all the merch.
Or like
but
the
that's
dealer's
it.
room.
Yeah, I like going to the dealer's room, but that's it. I don't really like cons, but I go because I have to go.
Oh,
Well,
I wish cons had more food options that were related to the animes though, because like I'm a
Yeah.
food person. So that was one thing when Otakon was being my first con. I was so excited to see the food that they would have there, and the food is nothing special. The food at Otakon was good, but it's not like anything from an anime. It's just food in a convention center.
didn't have
I
ramen.
thought no, DreamCon didn't have like that type of food either. They just have food for people to eat, and I thought that there would be things pertaining to anime or the culture, and there wasn't. So I wish that was a thing. I definitely would have had a better time if that was the thing.
Otakon had more stuff like that. They had more food options there. DreamCon, it was
Yeah.
more
They
like
still didn't have anything like anime related though.
you had to go outside for that. But like DreamCon just had like pizza and sub rolls and shit. That's it. So I agree with the food option stuff. Um, I can see how you don't like them. I mean, the dealer's room is like one of the best parts, but you have to know what you're going for. And sometimes I was going to meet people, so that was like
Yeah.
the peak
I
point for me.
I don't mind the meeting people. Like I like the meeting people. I like the environment. I guess I'm not a big panels person, so like going to the panels to me isn't really what
Well,
I want to
maybe you
do.
didn't go
But
into any fun
that's how.
panels.
No, I the panels I went to,
No, I didn't say
I said on
enjoyable.
the
I
pod.
said fun.
I did. I
Enjoyable
went
and
to
fun are two different things.
Oh, I went to the Disney karaoke panel. I went to the fun panel.
Where'd
Okay,
you go to Disney karaoke?
Saturday
We
before I
split
before
up.
I yeah we split up. We were not together. I saw you in passing.
Oh, if I was to go to another con, like if I did need like to help with content or something, it would only be for a day. Both times I went to DreamCon and Otakon, I stayed the entire weekend. I will definitely never do a full weekend ever again because for me it also became very repetitive. Even with the events that were going on and the panels and the games, all of it still was very repetitive for me. So if I did have to do another con experience, it definitely would be one day.
So you wouldn't do Spooky Empire?
No, she don't like scary stuff.
No, it's something different. A
She
different,
don't like
different
scary
scenery.
stuff, though.
Well, it's different.
But it's still scary stuff.
Scary stuff is a
Is
no
this a
no.
rhetorical question?
Yeah, Runa don't like anything scary.
I
Nothing.
don't. I don't watch Disney Channel's scary movies. Not that I find them scary, but that's like not only do I find certain things scary, I also have a disinterest. Like I'm not a fan of Disney Halloween. I skipped that part of Disney Channel.
They do have some good.
They have some great Halloween
Under Wraps
movies.
was a great Halloween movie.
Halloween Town.
mom's
I
gonna take
agree,
the
they're good
power.
movies, but I'm disinterested in the
She doesn't
spectrum
want
as
to
a
be
whole.
scared.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's,
She
like,
doesn't have that primal survival instinct.
I want to survive.
No. I mean, so
I
some
survive through
people.
avoidance.
So example, some people have like the games I play, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Dead by Daylight. Some people have this instinct that they want to reconnect with that primal feeling of hunting or being hunted, because when you're hunted, you're clever.
I'm
you're
black.
you're
I do that.
yeah, use a nigga all right, because niggas interrupt on other people's podcasts.
It's not other people's podcasts. It's my husband's podcast.
Yeah, are you that person? I didn't think so.
Technically-
Thanks everybody. So I was saying,
Technically,
it's
hers.
it's that primal. I had this before. So it's that primal
What
instinct.
prenup?
Is that primal instinct towards surviving. So for people who are hunted, it's being the prey, but outsmarting the predator, being faster, being more cunning. And for people who are the predator, it's chasing down something and being able to essentially pounce on it and catch it. So that same thing goes for scary movies. It's, would I survive? Do I like this? The adrenaline that fear gives me, it's that.
I feel no point in paying somebody to scare me. So
Yeah, last time you did that, you got a panic attack.
So this question is more for Chris because Jordan answered it earlier. I'm gonna say with the podcast's growing audience, how does that give you any fears or concerns for the future with the podcast growing bigger and having a bigger fan base?
No, because I will always support you 100% no matter what. Now, as far as the fan base,
Such a professional answer.
as far as the fan base, what you mean? Like people getting crazy, people getting fresh.
Yeah, when the
like,
bitches knocking at y'all door like, "Sign my titties, please."
bitch,
Okay.
I knock back.
So
I knock back. What the fuck?
no,
Crazy.
I respect it 100%, and I understand that you have a reputation and an image to uphold. However,
You got an image?
I
have an image though.
I am not. I am
It ain't
not
a
the
good
one.
one.
That was
for
very
to-
say. She already a whore.
Whore.
You
That's
have an image
crazy
to
that you're giving
uphold.
me that image.
Who's giving you the image? You earned it.
Wow.
We have 89 episodes, and there's a piece of evidence in every one of them. I promise you. Even the days where we're lazy, like, I don't even feel like being here today, bro. Like, I promise you there's something there.
Anyway, back to our guest who you rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
You talking
Like I
about me.
said, whatever, I support you 100%, and I support that you have an image to uphold. However, they need to understand that you are in an engagement, and I am not the one or the two to mess with when it comes to you. So,
All
Can I
right, but
give
what
my
about the
2 cents
3?
on the question?
maybe the 3.
Okay,
Just respect me,
Or
and
can
you
I
can
add
do
to the
whatever you
question?
want. Do your thing.
sure.
You
Okay.
Go for it.
I wrote down how to support someone who pods.
Oh, I was getting there. So I was gonna say, like, what is your advice to other
That's
couples who do podcasts or have like a larger social media presence?
My first piece of advice is, as the person supporting, express your grievances in a safe way with your partner about things that you don't want them to talk about or that you don't want to be included in, which goes hand in hand with like experience something so that you know what you don't like. Like, I wouldn't have known that I wouldn't like cons if I didn't at least go to the con to know. So experience is what you feel comfortable with to see if you like it and see if, like, oh no, I would actually like to do this thing with you that you might never have considered. I believe that you can support them without being famous, because I plan on being the Savannah James of Greg's life. So
Who's Savannah James?
LeBron James' wife.
Not everybody doesn't know.
Everybody
I said
know
it,
that.
I said it
Everybody know that.
sarcastically for a reason.
everybody know that.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't
I feel
know
like
it.
everybody
I didn't know who
knows
that
that.
was. I didn't
They
know.
just don't know who she is.
Exactly, and that's the life I'm trying to live. Also, along with expressing your grievances, like setting certain boundaries. So for me, with my love language being quality time, podding comes with, they have to pod, they have to take notes for the pod, and gather information, go to cons. These things can become very time consuming. So setting boundaries of like, he lets me know like, hey, this is my pod day. So had I not been in this room, I know not to come in this room during this time. But afterwards, it's no longer pod time. We're not doing pod things. Um, and then, as far as support, one thing that I do is I play the pod for views, but I don't listen. I'll just put it on Spotify, and I'll press play, and I turn the volume all the way down, and I watch TV so that they get the view. I recommend understanding what the person that you're with, what their pod is about, like their target audience. Have a brief synopsis for conversations with other people, and know what their pod goals are. That way you can suggest the pod to other people who are interested in anime, or be able to bring it up in conversation, just so you're still aware of what they have going on in their life, especially something that's important to them. And lastly, to repost this pod on your socials. Every time they have an episode, I repost on my Instagram. Once again, that's something that it literally, like, all these things don't take that much effort. I have a blanket sentence that I say to anyone that I think might be interested in the pod. I repost on Instagram and TikTok, and I play the pod so they get the views. Takes very little effort.
To piggyback off of what she said, every time you do post a new episode, I post it on my Facebook mostly because I have an extremely large following on Facebook, so that's able to reach more people. A couple of my coworkers, I had no idea who are black. Some of them love anime so much, and I tell them, if you want to see this, this is where you can watch it. This is how you could do it. Or I post it on Instagram. I understand that some days, like, even though I want to be around you every day, I understand that Thursday are your days for potting. So I don't come in here unless you ask me to. I leave you alone. I make sure you're always in here on time and not doing other stuff.
Benta is the queen of shucking and jiving.
Oh, shit.
Real shit.
I'm calling bullshit.
I do tell you that I do not like when you discuss certain things without telling me first, and I do have boundaries, but I do understand that both of you are very open, like I said before, so you are free to do what you wish to do, but just respect that I do have my boundaries. Mm-hmm. And as far as pretty much like what Jordan said, believe it or not, I told you earlier, like, whatever you want to do, I'm always here.
I just stopped asking.
Like, I think that's the way to go.
I had boundaries, and then I was like, you know what? I can't hurt my feelings if I just don't know what's going on. I'm just not know what's going on.
So this is the last kind of pod related question. Do you guys have goals for the pod?
Yes, bitches. I expect the pod to make you guys so much money that I can quit my job.
Yes, and then you can buy me.
So any sugar mamas out there, your boy's looking.
Buy the merch.
I'm not allowed to have one, as y'all heard earlier, so sorry, guys.
Well, looks like you'll be selling feet pics.
I can do that.
They get like $60K a month.
I can do that. So if y'all want to see my feet, let me know.
Oh, I also expect or hope for the pod to take you guys into a completely different horizon. So if you guys who are listening
both having to...
or watching don't know, you was finna cut me off?
Oh, hell yeah. Doesn't feel good, does it?
No, I don't care. What you want to say?
Both having degrees, like what, like bachelors of science, and then...
Bachelors of architecture.
And then not fucking using them in your adult life is crazy. I would love it.
That's crazy. But that's my goal, to not use this degree.
I also hope
I want to get licensed to not use it.
I hope that the pod takes you guys to different horizons. So, for example, you guys wrote a comic. I greatly enjoy the comic. So, I hope that, you guys getting exposure to the pod allows you guys to get exposure to the comic. And I hope one day that the comic becomes a cartoon so I can voice myself in specific. And once again, make so much money I can quit my job.
And it goes international. I know you love that too.
Yeah.
Definitely international comic.
You can stay here. I'm okay with that.
International podcast.
Podcast is international. We get viewers all over the world.
Actually, we do.
We actually do. I'm not just saying that shit.
great success.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little personal because that's the pod, and
It doesn't have to be.
that's what is it like?
My nerves.
I need a drink.
What is it
I got
like
water.
dating
Mexican
a G?
water?
Want me to go first, Jordan?
I'm gonna have so much more to say. So whatever,
Okay.
you can go first.
What is it like to date a G? Well, I
Horny.
am a little bit
Or a Horton G.
Horton G.
I am
No, just G.
What is it like to date a Horton G?
If you think y'all Horton, you know what? Go ahead, Chris.
It was different than most people that I had dated before.
I just
because-
realized. I just said. I'm sorry.
Shut
I am
up.
so sorry. I was saying. I just realized I have to censor that. I don't use our last names ever.
We don't. That's crazy. But
I
it's
didn't
okay.
say it. I didn't say it. I didn't bring it up.
What is it like dating us? Because apparently
You really could have just
Oh.
said us this whole time. I'm sorry, Chris.
I just thought about it.
So, what is it like dating you?
Y'all.
When I first got with her, damn, it's over a year. Over a year now, I realized that she is a power bottom, and in our community, that means that she is a dominant femme. I've never dated a dominant femme before, so that end result made me question myself, like, why do I like this? Why do I like that she is a power bottom?
Put your tongue in your mouth.
It made me like question. So it changed a lot of me, and she made me real. That's a pretty good one, actually. I'm proud of you. No, that was
It
good.
just
You
came
flew it
out.
from his stomach. It was from his stomach. It was good.
Came from the power bottom.
Hey, okay.
I'm good.
My bottom is powerful.
Mine is too. I understand wholeheartedly.
It's funny.
She made me become more comfortable with myself and realizing that I am a power bottom and top as well.
You're a power bottom.
A
And
power bottom.
We're two power
we're
bottoms.
pretty much
figuring it out.
two power bottoms, two tops. She made me realize that we are a verse couple.
Which is fun.
Can be.
I can be the boss.
But dating her sometimes, with her being so bossy
I'm not
and
bossy.
demanding
I'm
and
not demanding.
controlling sometimes, it's different. But I love her entire soul. But sometimes I just first 48, but it's fun, interesting.
Well, I married you, so I ain't gotta be nice.
That was nice. Okay.
It's way nicer than I'm gonna be.
You here now?
This ain't for the weak, man. It ain't for the weak. I don't even know a better way to say it. It's a little draining sometimes.
Babe, you can stop talking about my penis. It's the pod.
Okay, 'cause I have so much more to say. Now
If you're watching on YouTube, as you might see, every time Greg makes a joke, I don't laugh. Yeah,
She doesn't want to give me the satisfaction anymore.
I don't. His head is well and big enough.
Babe,
And if you said
I
something
said
about
stop
your
talking.
penis, bro.
She already need a joke. It's so great. I love them.
Greg and I have been together for almost 6.5 years, and he has a total of 5 emotions. One of them I've never seen. I just know it exists, and that could be really difficult to navigate.
What are the
'Cause
5 that
What
people want to
emotion
know?
is that one?
Fury. He's capable of such emotion. I just never seen it. I have no desire to see it, and I'm gonna pray for the person that one day does. But it's in there. It's in there. Otherwise, we have anger, disgust, Joy.
What is this? Inside Out?
Horny.
Horny
No,
is-
yeah, that's the 4,
Wait,
and then
horny
Fury
or
is the 5th. That's it.
horny?
That's all we got. There's nothing.
whore's
There's
knees.
nothing else in here. That's it. That's all we got. That's
I
all.
got sadness in there
that's all I'm
somewhere.
working with.
Empathy, maybe.
You think you have sadness, or you have sadness?
You got empathy?
I have hella empathy.
No, you don't.
There is
No, you
one
don't.
thing
No, you
both of
don't.
you have in common. One thing both of you have in common. Sorry, go ahead, Jordan.
Is
I'm
it a
sorry.
lack thereof?
I'm sorry. They have everything in common. Okay, they are the same person in different genders as they identify at that. That's it. They are the same person. They came from the same mother and the same father, and other than looking alike, that's it.
don't look
they're
alike.
the same meaning. You guys don't look alike,
Oh.
but everything else is identical. Everything else is the same. They even both like women. So
We do
I like
love
men.
the bitches.
no, you
Wait
don't.
a minute. No, you
I
don't.
do.
Stop
don't.
saying
I
that.
do.
She
You don't.
definitely likes men.
I like men.
No. There's a difference between liking penis and maybe
No,
the
I
look
like
of where the
penises.
penis is attached.
That's not true.
But
That's
Penis-
incorrect.
men is a
Wrong.
general term. She does not. But wonder why?
haven't even-
Because
I
most
haven't
men
even
aren't as
swallowed
masculine as my
that.
sister is.
Anyway,
That's fair.
Okay.
That's
People-
what I don't like.
Get a little loud, sweetheart.
sorry, it was because I got closer to the mic. People of Greg and Benta's descent are overtly confident for no reason at all.
That's
They don't-
nature more
they
than
don't-
nurture.
They don't have any reason
I mean,
to
nurture
be
more
that
than
way,
nature.
but they are. They are. Greg is also a Leo, if that means anything to
That don't mean
zodiac
jack shit.
people. He is very self-centered. You cannot. Greg is convinced that this life is a show, and he's the main character, and everyone else is side characters or NPCs. That's Greg's view on the world.
I got tertiary characters, like Zorro.
That's Greg's view on the world. Genuinely,
You gonna have people like this
if-
man's a narcissist.
if you watch this and you wanna, like check on me, you should.
You shan't.
I should say
Okay.
good things about you too, right?
No. Keep this terrible narrative of me going. It's great. I love it.
He.
Oh, you have some more?
I have more.
They're very friendly people. They have a lot of friends, or they not necessarily have a lot of friends, but they can have a lot of friends if they so choose. They love to talk to people, per the pod. As you can see, I'm none of those things. I'm not very fond of people. I don't think they're very likable. And what else? I'm trying to think of things that are specific to Greg and Benta as a person.
Feelings.
They have none.
So deep in my
I have
feelings.
feelings.
No. That's what I'm gonna say after she's done.
You have thoughts
I feel
that evoke feelings sometimes.
I feel things.
They're answer people. Like, you can't call them and be like, well, I could call Benta. But most of the time, somewhat, you can't call them with a problem and then not be like, okay, do this. And it's like, I just want to talk about the problem.
That's most.
You can
men.
at least have to preface, like, hey, I just want to talk about this problem.
You have to say that.
Okay,
but if you
cool.
say that, no. Most recently, I've been not giving solutions. I've been doing a good job at not giving solutions. I just been like, yup,
I
that
had to ask
sucks.
That's
That's
just-
so terrible.
just
Yeah, but that
last
lack
week,
of
I had to ask
communication
you just
gets
to
really
listen,
low
don't
when
talk.
they can't give a solution. As you can see, Benta just said her answer is that really sucks. That's it. That's all
What
you
is
can say.
What? No, I hate that because like it's like what am I supposed to be saying if you just want me to listen? Because if I stand there and just stare at you like,
You're not listening.
you're not
paying
listening. Why aren't you saying
attention.
anything back? And then I go, and then I'm like yeah.
Or if I
Crazy.
say okay, you're just missing me, and I'm like, you told me not to give an answer. That's all I got is answers. So
Isn't that wild? The only valid answer to me is yes. That shit's wild.
There's only one time, the time when she is the most emotional. She is the absolute sweetest, loving, caring person, clingy, overwhelmingly overstimulating, loving person.
You gonna blow your top, bro.
And it only lasts
Giggity.
for 5 to 6 days, if that.
So nasty. Hate it.
I didn't say I'm give they know.
I mean, it's my period. I mean, I'm
Greg doesn't have a period, so
That is the
okay.
only
Lucky
time
bastard.
she is sweet. That is
Who's
the
lucky?
only time.
Because I'm not.
We have to schedule feelings sometimes. That is difficult when you express so much passion and emotion on the podcast. You don't do the same outside of the podcast sometimes.
This is a fidget toy that I
We
bought
have one.
Greg
I have one.
specifically so that he could pay attention when I talk to him. Because
That's why she got
another
hers.
trait of the two of them is they have ADHD.
Is that a trait or is that a disorder? I just want to know.
I feel like it's a disorder.
When I get nervous, I play with hers. Or
The
anxious.
D stands for disorder, so technically are correct.
Attention
But
deficit.
they also share that, and I'm a neurotypical person, so that is very difficult for me because I do not understand the processing. I actually do a lot of research on the processing of how to best deal with Greg because of this. I shouldn't say deal with. Learn for
I feel dealt with.
Greg due to this. Hence the fidget toy. He also has fidget rings. Like a lot of research has gone into also dealing with that. So that plays into the role of like not looking at me when I'm talking, and therefore I feel like he's not listening. So Greg needs to
listening.
be doing something else
I hate when you do
while
that.
listening to me to be able to converse. Also, he just don't care about the things. I'll talk about anything. He don't be caring.
She'd be like, Krishan Rock's baby's name is this. Why do I give a fuck? She is a very dumb individual who is with a very bad man. Why do I care about
Oh, they're
her
not
dumb
together.
decisions?
He's with the other
He
girl
said
now.
that, not me.
You damn right I
girl
did.
who-
Fuck all y'all who like her.
Wait,
Not
the
all
girl
y'all,
whose
but
body
you know.
is built like a sack of laundry.
Krishan?
Oh, I
The
didn't
new
say all
one.
that.
Oh, I don't know.
Like a sack of laundry is insane.
So like me and Chris are both neurodivergent. So, but in different ways.
Explain how I am, please.
I have autism, bro.
I do have autism.
What did you think neurodivergent
hey,
meant?
just remember, you're autastic,
Well, thank you.
not autistic.
And so like, but because they are different,
Clean
we
this
don't
here.
think the same way. So like what I have learned to do, and Greg, you may want to take this, like we were talking about earlier, I asked Chris if they would ever cheat on me. Now granted, it was just me being emotional.
I didn't know this fold, sis. Oh, I'm sorry. I found a new fold.
That's what she said.
I knew it.
Funny.
So
See, I know I'm
I'll
funny because other people laugh. You might not, but everyone else does.
You're not funny.
It folds this way. I didn't
yes.
know it folds that
So I will take the time, like especially when I say things like, hey, this is what I am thinking. This is how I got from A to B. It may be weird. It may have some turns and zigzags, but I feel like, and Chris, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it helps because like if they understand how I got there, it's not just like, oh, this is a weird ass thing. There's a path.
Jordan has told me to stop thinking because the things I think about are so out in right field that she doesn't want to hear them anymore. She used to ask, so what are you thinking about? And then she learned, don't ask that question because I'm always thinking about something
I'm always
weird.
thinking about something.
Something weird. So she asked, and the funniest one I could remember is, it's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, if two Muslim
Lord
women
Jesus.
are in a sorority together and marry the same man, are they now line sister wives?
Yes. We've done this.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. The answer I believe to be yes.
I'm praying for everybody else. I just hope there's somebody out there praying for me.
Okay. What is one thing what is your favorite thing about Greg, and what is your favorite thing about me? And then we'll end it on a toxic note.
My favorite thing about you, but it's corny.
Oh God.
You've been
Go ahead.
being gay this whole pod. Don't think we ain't noticed. Holding hands, rubbing your head like a little animal, kissing and whatnot. Just say the gay shit.
My favorite thing about her is because I do have autism and sometimes I do get overwhelmed and overstimulated and I literally like have minor meltdowns. She's still right there and she is the only one that can calm me down.
Hmm. That's nice.
See, it's corny and it's gay.
That's gay.
Gay
It's
as
gay as
hell.
fuck.
But it's
So gay.
sweet. It's sweet.
It's that look you do and it's that Gemini in your accent.
Okay,
because
now
you're
it's
I don't
getting
have an
mad
accent.
gay. You do have an
That
accent.
Gemini accent.
Say Aaron earned an iron urn.
Aaron earned an iron earned. Ooh, that was hard. Earn, iron.
Earn.
Just
So I
noise.
said it.
I said it.
I said 5
Ready?
words.
My favorite thing about Greg is that he has really big goals and really big dreams, and he knows himself very well. Like, I don't think I've ever met another person that knows exactly who they are. This is it. Like, not to say that he's not gonna grow, but them core characteristics, they in there. And like they like how people say like, oh, specifically men don't like mentally mature until whatever age that is. I think it's closer to 30. Nah, this is it. Them core values is up and stuck.
And so, what is the least? So, end it off on a toxic note because we're toxic over here at the Be More Nerdy podcast.
You're toxic.
You're toxic. What is your least favorite thing or something that you would change about us?
You?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be gay.
No, be gay.
That's not the thing that you should change. I meant like don't say no gay shit.
I'll say
Like,
no
I
gay
wouldn't
shit.
change
You can say
anything
gay shit.
about you.
Sound mad homophobic.
Yeah, don't say no
bro.
gay shit like that.
No, it's something that I've expressed before, and I do see that you're trying, but then you just stopped.
I didn't stop.
What really? The whole once a month feelings thing?
Well, we just did feelings.
No, we have to schedule feelings.
Okay, but I've still been doing them.
As my fiance, I shouldn't have to schedule feelings.
Oh, well.
The only thing that I would change.
You know what? It's something you would change. Let me shut up.
is-
Yeah, shut
She
your
does
non
that.
feeling ass up, nigga.
she does that.
Feel the
I
awkwardness.
am more of an expressor because in the past I was not allowed to. So now that I found my voice, I speak
can
very
express
freely.
it.
Yes. However, what I'm saying is you don't. You will literally sit there and I'll be talking to you and you, oh baby, verbatim. Did you see what I posted about you the other day? I'm like, what the father fuck? You don't hear me talking to you?
I heard you.
Like
though.
stuff like that. Like
But then I repeat verbatim what you said.
I think that's more the
baby, I'm
ADHD
sorry,
than anything, because
nah.
I do that. But it's mainly just random thoughts.
I wish we had more feelings, more of you, more like last night you were getting ready to cry over a misunderstanding. I miss that feeling.
Pussy! See,
I have an image.
See,
Like,
now wait,
more
I can
feelings.
say I'm honestly a part of the reason she doesn't have feelings. Cause see, remember I said it's how we were nurtured, not how we were not how we're natured. Because you see how you said you're ready to cry over a misunderstanding. Some people be like, oh, let it out, cry. It's normal. I just yelled, pussy.
Pussy. And rightfully so.
You
Very
crying like a little bitch.
Let's cry like a little bitch.
Well, yeah, that is all. Other than that, that's a baby mama right there.
Sure did.
One thing I would change about Greg is how he expresses joy or excitement. He doesn't really. I don't know if it's that he doesn't know how or how he expresses excitement just doesn't come off that way to me. It's something that I would still need to learn and figure out. But like I do a decent amount of things that are solely to like do something nice for Greg. Like me watching One Piece. Like I am only watching One Piece because I know that he enjoys it and it's something I can now watch with him and talk to him about and like to share that with him. That's it. I'm not interested in One Piece otherwise. And so when I told him that I was watching One Piece, his response was, "That's cool." End of response. And it's like, I was solely like, the fact that I'm solely doing this for you, and that's all I got. Okay. Or like the other day, like I only make Greg lunch if there's like leftovers from dinner, so I'll put the leftovers away for him to take for lunch. But otherwise, I don't really make his lunch. But the other day, I hadn't cooked for 2 days in a row, so I made him 2 sandwiches and cut up some watermelon and like put it all away for him to take for lunch, which is something I don't normally do. Then I came upstairs and I was like, "Hey, I packed you 2 sandwiches for lunch," and he was like, "Oh, thanks, babe."
To be fair, I was in the middle of streaming on that second one, and I did
I
thank
wasn't
her.
aware that he was streaming.
And I did thank her again on the and when I ate both the goddamn sandwiches, I added some chips and some fruit snacks in there. But yeah, I was like, she was like, "Did you eat the sandwich?" I'm like, "Yeah, I ate both of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not expect to, but I was very hungry. Thank you." So
That's it. That's what I got.
But he sounded like he was very happy about eating
You
his
didn't even
sandwiches.
like how the food I made you yesterday. You told me like you were just.
Nuh-uh. I said one critique on packing my lunch. Could you just give me more mac and cheese? That's all I said.
y'all don't take
Dinner was
criticisms well
delicious.
because she'll
I
ask
didn't
about.
get no
delicious.
criticism.
She'll ask. The sandwich was great. I don't know what to tell you. There was nothing to change. Like I said, but the thing is, I've talked to you about your food before, and you're always like, "How is it?" And then you'll watch me eat it, and I'm like, "Can you not?" And then I'll be
I'll
like,
watch you take one bite. I'll be sitting there watching you eat.
"Liar." So I'll eat a couple of bites of it, and I'll be like, "Yeah, this is really good. This is good, but you need to do this with this and this with this." And you're like, "I'm like,
I think what bothers me more about that is like if it's good and you have no critiques, all you're gonna say is it's good. But if there's things to change, you be adamant about those things that I should change, and it's like you could just give the same amount of emotion to the things that you think I should fix to what I did well.
But that's the thing. If you don't have anything to fix, it doesn't have those extra notes. It's good. It tastes really good. Don't change anything. That means keep this up. This was good.
Even something as simple as your tonality, Greg. Like if you start, like you'll start it off like it's good, but like you'll change your posture. You'll talk louder. Like you're more expressive when you're telling me the things that I should fix than you are when telling me that it's good.
Well, I will attempt to make sure that I show you the emotions you're looking for when I talk to you about things.
No, you won't. But I'm here now. Oh, that's gonna look crazy.
Them being gay and you just hating on me is cool.
No, we were hating on each other and we ended it with a kiss. It's great.
Because she's
We were literally having the same argument.
I cook for you all the time, and you never tell me the food is good.
I'm
you
gonna
just
cook
tell
for
me
you
a ghost
regardless.
ate it.
'Cause I gotta
Fucking
eat.
liar.
I'm
a
a cook
ghost
regardless.
The fact that
That's
my
how I
plate is clear is like, it should say, this was good.
No, I'm gonna eat it
My plate
anyway.
is empty.
I have eaten terrible
I
food.
wouldn't.
Specifically cooked by me. But I've eaten terrible food. I made some barbecue chicken one day. Came home from PA. She was like, "Oh, I want to try it." And I was like, "Okay." It was terrible.
How was this barbecue chicken
It
doing?
was terrible. It was so bad.
What he said.
It was so bad.
It's the fact that y'all eat barbecue sauce.
First of all, Jordan, you can't have barbecue chicken.
Not anymore. This was back then. I could have it then.
Yeah, this is before.
Yo,
she was-
you actually couldn't have
This
it.
was
then.
before she
Alright,
was super
alright.
allergic. Her throat wouldn't close originally. It was fine.
I wasn't always like that.
What you should do, Greg, is
No. You're about to say something
secretly
gross.
feed her
You're about to say something
tomatoes
gross.
and then
You're about to say something gross.
That's
about
how
to say
that's how I
something
got
gross.
here,
And it'll
Benta. That's how I got here,
close
Benta.
around.
No.
That's not how I got here. That's not how I got here, and that's not what I thought you were
At
gonna
that
say.
point, you might as well just dip your dick in tomatoes. But my point is, like, no.
Yeah, and then it'll close around it. and
No.
it'll be like a
No.
tight hole.
Because then she'll die.
Yeah.
You dumb ass.
No, and
There's
then,
no me
you
getting
do
out
it,
of that.
And then you just
No.
then you stab her in the thigh once you're finished.
It
Like,
doesn't
it's like,
decompress that
scary
fast.
sex.
Have you been gargling bong water?
I'd be
I
stuck
feel
there
you.
for a while, bro.
I don't
The
know. I feel
adrenaline
like it'd
doesn't
be
dispense
scary
that
sex.
fast.
Something wrong with you.
You tried to kill me?
You watched too many anime movies.
No, I tried to like.
She tried to make
You
you
know-
into a fleshlight and then just let you die.
No, you know, want to die, like the bridge of death, like when someone's choking you. It's like, oh, I'm going to die, but you don't.
What kind of porn are you watching?
All of it.
The asphyxiation kind.
All the porn.
But yeah, you.
The kind where they get under the balls. Get under the balls.
I don't like balls.
I said under the balls. I'm not focused on the balls. You under them.
The gooch.
Yeah.
Exhibit C of why I don't listen to the pod.
Anyway, so that's the end of the Be More Nerdy podcast. Make sure you follow us. You want to do it? This is your job. Why am I doing your job? Do your job.
I'm checked out, bro.
Do your job.
Oh, social
You didn't
battery's
ask.
dead.
First of all, you didn't ask the guest any question, and I'm gonna point that out right now. to
I didn't
everybody
even
who's
really know the
listening.
topic, if we're being completely honest here.
then
You
why
guys.
ask?
I've not known the topic
I
most
know.
episodes.
You should ask if they wanted to come
fuck?
back on the show.
Yeah, if you guys want them to come back, you gotta leave a comment.
Don't vote for that.
Don't. I'm okay if they don't come back.
Thumbs down.
It's nothing against y'all.
Yes, it is.
Before we end the podcast,
But it's
Greg, do you
everything
have any
against
questions
y'all.
for our guests? Greg, do you have any questions for our guests?
Stop doing that with your face.
How come when I ask you for rates on things, you don't give me enthusiastic answers?
You asked for.
Yeah. No, say it. Yeah, let's hear it. The people.
I don't give you rates off of retaliation.
No, you can't.
Nowadays, I don't give you rates off of retaliation.
That's funny as fuck. I'm pretty
You're
sure
not
I
gonna
have.
drag me down to hell with
I'm
you.
pretty sure I have my own grievances, but I'm cool. Like I said,
You're supposed to ask us a question,
one
not
thing I've
express your own
always said
grievances.
to Joy is that, especially with niggas, if it's not above a 5, it's not worth talking
You
about.
said 6.
Okay, above a 6. If it's more than the halfway point, if it's not more than the halfway point, it's not worth talking about in my brain.
That's
It's something
90%
that's like,
of his thoughts.
because most of the shit you do ain't that bad, and if it is that bad, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
You could just talk to me, though.
I do talk to you a lot more now. I express my grievances a lot.
I guess.
I express my grievances, and I respect results. That makes me bossy and whatever. Fine.
You are bossy. It doesn't work on me.
Very.
Greg, with the
I could
ADHD,
beat you
Greg
up.
is I don't know what to call it, a consequence person. Like his ADHD is best handled with consequences.
So I was explaining this last week to Heed, and he said that made me a
I
villain.
wasn't talking.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't
Go ahead.
saying shit.
Were you? I didn't notice.
Obviously.
Greg is the type of person that does better with things if there's a consequence. Ain't nobody out there praying. Ain't nobody praying. He does
It's
best
me,
when there
Barry.
are
I'm praying for you.
when there are consequences to things, which, like, he sent me a TikTok today that kind of expressed that, which is fine. Which what I explained to him is that doesn't transcend well into adulthood from being a kid, as well as when you have a partner. I should not have to give you a consequence to do something with me. That's not how a partnership should work.
I think
So that's very difficult to deal with.
so. She's explaining this not the best. In
What do you mean consequence? to
so
do something with
so
this?
example, right? He used video games as a direct correlation. When you play a video game, if you do something wrong, the immediate consequence is death. You lose, right? Versus when you do it right, you win something. That reward system type of deal. Doing homework is the opposite. You don't get a consequence if you do something wrong or do something right in the immediate action. There's no consequence for doing your homework. There's no excitement around it. So therefore, most people with ADHD fail at doing homework a lot of the time because it's just something that they can't focus on, or it takes them extremely long to focus on because there is no consequence. The consequence is so delayed that it's irrelevant, right? I'm not saying that, like,
choice.
I need to know that I'm going to go to prison so I don't steal candy. I'm saying, like, there needs to be, not even gratification, but there needs to be something that happens in response to what I'm doing.
Me being mad is not enough.
That's
Like, if I'm
crazy.
like, hey, can you wash the dishes? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna wash the dishes. And then he doesn't wash the dishes. There's, like, me being pissed off that the dishes aren't washed. That's not anything that's like, oh, damn, I should wash the dishes because otherwise you're gonna be mad at me.
That's not true. Depends on how
First of
mad
all,
you'll be.
I don't know
And
why
secondly,
you looking at me.
that's a
I
vice
always
versa
wash
type of deal.
dishes in the
Yes, there
sink.
is.
Wait, what?
It
I
dep-
was
put
listening
them
to
in the
Bento.
dishwasher,
Stop
but I
listening
don't.
to you. What did you say?
I was saying that's not always true. Depends on how mad. Because, like, certain levels of your mad are a consequence. But then if you're just going to be like, fuck you, Greg, that's not a consequence. But if you like, I'm not going to talk to you, fuck you, that's like, damn, I should probably wash the dishes.
But I shouldn't have to do that in order for you to do something.
Hey, talk to the ADHD, not me.
I've tried.
Just stop. Just withhold sex. That's the best one.
That's not enough.
Remember that 17 in the clip in One in the Hole joke I made?
That still would take time, though. Like, that means that, and then, like, I gotta suffer for that long.
One way or another,
That's fair.
I will
I don't
reach
want to punish
ejaculation.
myself just to punish him. That's not fair.
That's fair.
You holding out sex?
I don't hold out sex.
That's
Whore,
why. That's
whore,
why I thought you
whore,
meant. I was
whore.
like, you don't hold out shit.
I'm not a whore. I'm just horny. There's a difference.
You're her whore.
Your image is fluctuating, bro. Very confused.
Very confused on who I am.
You know what your image is giving? Gemini.
See, it's their accents. Gemini accents. See, it's their accents.
I'm not into zodiac signs. Just so
This
you know,
is-
that's a joke.
This is a great pod. Thank
Was
you guys
it?
for coming on and letting the world know who we really are deep down on the inside. Even though we're the same person with y'all that we are with them. So,
One of you just has balls.
Huh?
I have balls.
What about
One
balls?
of you just has balls.
I have balls.
So they're the same. Now
Oh,
I see
yes.
that now. Just one of you just has balls.
Testicles.
Is it time for me to read my Bible yet?
Testicles.
No, mine aren't testicles.
Vas deferens.
Semen.
Splooge.
I don't
One of
have
you has
semen. I have eggs.
Killian. Oh, he's scared.
I like eggs.
Amanda, please.
Well, that's the end of the pod, everybody. My name's Galaxy Greg, and this has been the episode 89 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. Be sure to follow me on my socials at Mr. Space Awaits. I am on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And be sure to follow the podcast at Be More Nerdy on all sites, including Twitch, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now on YouTube.
And TikTok.
And TikTok.
And TikTok.
I thought I said TikTok, but yeah, and TikTok, where clips will be posted of the podcast. But, you know, you got to get the full stuff at anywhere where we're streaming, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any other random podcasting site. But that being said, Diva.
I'm your girl, Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at always_the Diva. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow the pod. We want to hear from you guys. And the more you like us, the more you comment and share, the better we do, and the more people we can talk to, which is great.
Facts.
Would you like to give your socials? All right, so they're not giving their socials, but if you follow me, you'll
She
see
never
them
asked me.
because I post.
You're up next. Save the best for last. Go.
I don't want them to follow me.
All right, so they don't.
I didn't say I wanted to say something, but I ain't want. I don't
Okay,
gotta say
I'll
my
say it.
socials off.
You don't have
I'm
to.
pretty sure.
Don't worry about it. This has been episode 89 of the Be
I
More Nerdy
wanted to
podcast.
say something, nigga.
Yeah.
Damn. Dysfunctional ass.
Then say it. Don't say you want to say something. Just say it.
Y'all was about to just skip me.
No, we weren't.
Yes, y'all were. You made me lose my train of thought. Hold on, give me a second. Get this up to their most liked viewed pod on YouTube, actually on all streaming apps, so I can prove that the public likes me the most, just so I can never come back.
Okay.
Don't.
You can add me on Facebook at Chris Felipe or Instagram at Incredible_Chris, and follow me on TikTok at HorrorFreak90.
There you go.
That's it.
Facebook?
Socials. Yeah.
People use Facebook still?
With that being said, this has been episode 89 of the Be More Nerdy podcast, and remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here.